This week in the Missouri Senate, we review legislation relating to how the Kansas City Police Department is funded.
I move that Senate Bill 678 be taken up for perfection.
Senate Bill 678 was pre-filed on December 1st of last year, heard by the Missouri Senate Judiciary and Civil and Criminal Jurisprudence Committee on January 11th, first discussed on the floor of the Missouri Senate on March 1st, sent to the Missouri House of Representatives on March 10th, truly agreed to and finally passed on May 13th, and signed into law on June 27th. Senator Tony Luetkemeyer of Parkville is the sponsor. He says this new law will modify provisions relating to funding for the Kansas City Police Department.
Because the Kansas City Police Department is under state control, it has a minimum funding requirement that it has to fund the KCPD to under state law, and that amount is set currently at 20%. That has not been amended since the 1950s. So what I did in my legislation is I increased the minimum funding threshold from 20% to 25%, which is more in line with the modern day funding needs of the department.
Senator Luetkemeyer adds the Kansas City Police Board of Commissioners took what he considers questionable actions last year, which led him to filing this measure. Senator Lauren Arthur of Kansas City was among the senators who took part in lengthy debate on this proposal on March 1st.
I also take issue with the way that situation was handled, and I don't appreciate that the city council members who represent parts of my district were excluded from the process. Typically, you're not going to get the best legislation when that legislation is not well vetted, when all members don't have the opportunity to weigh in.
Because of an emergency clause, Senate Bill 678 took effect upon the governor's signature. Now, whether these provisions come to fruition depends upon Kansas City voters. Senate Joint Resolution 38 places this proposal before voters. Senator Luetkemeyer also handled this resolution.
Joint resolution would put a question on the ballot which would allow an exception to the Hancock Amendment that would allow that increase to take effect. We were able to pass the Senate Joint Resolution. The way that the ballot measure is drafted is it would only apply to a municipal police department that is under state control. As it happens right now, the only municipal police department under state control is the KCPD.
Senator Arthur again was among those senators who spoke about this resolution when it was discussed on the floor of the Missouri Senate on March 8th.
We've had pretty extensive conversations with the senator from Platte about this resolution. I think we raised our concerns that the SJR, if approved by voters, would be much more expansive than just simply authorizing the language that was in the companion bill.
This ballot question is slated to be decided in the November election. And remember, you can follow these and other issues facing the Missouri Senate by visiting our website, senate.mo.gov. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Dean Morgan.